Well, welcome back, fellow LEGO fans. Jordan here. Today we're going to be working on a project that I've had in mind for quite some time. It involves filling the gap here right beside the brick bank and the town hall. We can see there is a 16 stud plate on either side of the town hall, so I plan on constructing a couple new buildings here to fill those gaps and sort of complete this block of modular buildings. So 6 or 8 months ago, whenever this set came out, I did buy it and I actually constructed it on a live feed here on my YouTube channel. And this is the Doctor Strange Marvel Superheroes Sanctum Sanctorum Showdown. So this one here has 1,004 pieces, is official LEGO set 76108. I think it's still available for sale right now at the LEGO store. But a pretty fun little set here. On one side you get the Sanctum Sanctorum, and then on the other side you get Peter Parker's apartment, and right below that the pizzeria. And this set actually does fold up, so it sort of makes like a little mini modular building, just like that. And then it has different interior details on the inside. But it's not really a complete modular building, but we can see that it'd actually be very easy to complete if you obtain a second set. So I actually did obtain a second set during the Toys R Us pre-Christmas sales. I think it was on December 11th of 2018, and I just haven't had a chance yet to build a modularized version of the Sanctum Sanctorum. So here is the new set that I'm going to be using the parts and pieces from to integrate it and sort of build a double set here of this Sanctum Sanctorum to sort of modularize it. So this build was a lot of fun. When I started, I opened up all the bags of the second set and sort of dumped the parts all over the build table. I did sort of regret doing that because it made some of the smaller parts harder to find as I was going along with the instruction manual. So because I was using a lot of the elements out of the instruction manual, I should have left the parts in the bag. In hindsight. So as I started building, I decided to try and do Peter Parker's apartment and the pizza shop on one side and the Sanctum Sanctorum on the left side. So you can see me doing that now. And then I soon discovered that I wasn't utilizing enough of the unique parts that are found in the Sanctum Sanctorum's build. So I decided to change it all. And now I've given the Sanctum Sanctorum the full 32 by 32 base plate. Another thing that I found is I tried to put a back door, and that really didn't work for me either. It just didn't look that good, and it sort of hindered the positioning of the staircase that I later put into the build as well. This set comes with a lot of panels, like 2x6 panels that they used as wall elements in this build. So I actually had to use a lot of different parts from my inventories in light bluish gray bricks and also dark bluish gray plates to build walls and floors that actually looked like they were part of a modular set. So if you are going to do this, be prepared to use a lot of your own bricks to create walls that look half decent. Otherwise, you're going to end up using a lot of panels. So this build ended up being a lot more challenging than I initially thought. There was a lot more time spent searching for parts and a lot more time tinkering over small things, so it wasn't captured well on film. So I've actually decided to cut this time-lapse speed build a little bit short because I spent so much time tinkering with the small stuff, so it was really not very fun to watch. Let's check out the final building here. So here we have the modularized version of the Sanctum Sanctorum. As you can see, it sits on its own 32 by 32 stud base plate. I've decided to remove the pizza shop and Peter Parker's apartment from this set. It will reside on its own 16 by 32 stud base plate elsewhere in the city in the near future. Most of the design elements in this set here have stuck to the original building or instruction manual, but I've definitely made a lot of tweaks and customized it so that it can reside on this 32 by 32 stud base plate. Starting on the base here, you can see the dark bluish gray sidewalk that uses 2x2 tiles and 1x4 modified tiles to give it sort of a grooval look. I figured this is the Sanctum Sanctorum. It better look different than the other buildings. I've kept the original design elements here as well. Just used those window panels separated by the wall elements there, and then I've kept a single door rather than a double door. I did try the double door, but it didn't really look that eye appealing, to tell you the truth. Right above that, there is the evenly spaced windows and pillars. When working with a building that originated on a 16 stud baseplate and changing it to a 32 stud baseplate, there's a lot of tweaking that had to go into this to make it work. For example, I had to double up these pieces here, and then I had to offset the pillars by half a stud to make it work. So it was a little bit challenging for sure. Now the top of the building here, I've built these slightly angled walls using different panels that are just sort of held in place like that. Just a really unique building technique to get those slightly angled wall elements with the evenly spaced windows as well. As for the roof, I actually used the original roof just had these chimney pieces with some slopes, and I've decided to add a fancier looking roof here on the Sanctum Sanctorum. I actually took this design from the Peter Parker's apartment half and then put it onto the Sanctum Sanctorum. So when building this set, I had to use 2 original sets and then a lot of my own pieces. In the original set, the walls all consist of wall panels in this color here, in white and in gray. And I've decided to use all my own bricks from my collection here to make these walls solid, and they're all in a light bluish gray. Taking a look at the back of the building here, I've used some of the staircases that were found on the Peter Parker's side, and I've made them so you can go right up to the roof here. Looking at the roof here, we have the design element on this side, and then it's cased in using light bluish gray bricks topped by light bluish gray tiles. Kept the original chimneys from the set, and right here I've used inverted slopes, and here I've used regular slopes to sort of build the impression that that is the entrance for the sort of ladder staircase going up here to the roof. One thing I wanted to do, and I think I still will do, these are 8x8 panels here on the roof. I will replace one of these with a trap door so that there's a trap door on the roof probably sometime in the near future. Now this set also has a full interior with lots of hidden gems inside. Let's take a look at that full interior, and then at the end of this video we're actually going to place the Sanctum Sanctorum in the LEGO city. So like other modular buildings, the floors of the Sanctum Sanctorum do come apart. Cut the top 2 floors off to reveal the base or ground floor. You can see that I've used various brown pieces, both tile and plates, just to give this floor sort of a grooveled look, and it matches the brown staircase. Now all throughout the interior of the Sanctum Sanctorum you will see hidden relics all throughout. So I got Doctor Strange down here standing in front of one of his green armchairs. The green armchair comes in the set, and then right in behind here, behind the staircase, we have a chest, and then there's a table here with a helmet and a hood being a couple different relics, and then the swords and battle axes on the walls as well. There is the other green chair tucked up right against the window there, along with the other side table. Now I know the base floor of the actual Sanctum Sanctorum, according to the movies, has this big grand staircase that sort of winds up, but unfortunately I couldn't really fit that in my Sanctum Sanctorum, and this is what I've left it like for now. So this one's a little bit different. The floor is dark bluish gray. You can see I changed the color of the staircase to dark bluish gray to match the floor. It also has is topped by some of the modified 1x4 tiles to give it sort of a textured look. Right in the corner here, underneath the staircase, there are the bookshelves that came with the set. There where you have your time stone. There is 2 chests here that contain different weapons inside each chest. There's a golden dagger in that one there, and then just a couple knives in this one here, along with a big battle axe between the 2 chests. On the wall we have almost like a trident that almost reminds me of Aquaman's trident, along with another battle axe. The staircase hole is just surrounded by a banister of wood. Here you can see the pillars on the front. You can see how I've done that here. So I had to offset them half a stud and then use these pieces here to connect it. So the third and final floor has Doctor Strange's outfit sort of resting on a mannequin. And it is also has the banisters around that dark bluish gray staircase. Right here we have a couple more bookshelves that came with the set. There's some skulls and books and gauntlets on there, and then there is the battle axes that I've put, battle axes, swords, and spears that I've put around those bookcases. Something that I'm looking at here now is something that's not really pleasing to the eye is this these hole pieces here, and then I used those Technic pins so that I could put the modified tiles on the back of the building. Not really the most eye appealing from the inside, so I might have to change that, but you can see why I did it here, just to sort of get some texture on the back of the building. Just right here there's just another table with another fire going there and some mail. Nothing too crazy going on this top floor. Could definitely add a lot more details here, but mainly the main focus is the exterior, because that's what you're going to see in the LEGO City. So for now, that's the overall design of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Definitely could add some more details to the interior of this building and to the back. However, I believe the back is just going to be sort of hidden away in an alley, so I'm not too concerned about that, but I'm super satisfied with the look of the exterior and the front of this building. Also, I think it's got some cool elements inside, a bunch of different weapons and everything, and sort of relics that can be found in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Not going to do any more work on it for now because I'm super excited to place this in the LEGO City, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in this video, and let's bring it into the LEGO room and see what we can do. So the plan remained the same. I placed the Sanctum Sanctorum between the town hall and the brick bank. What a beautiful fit. It's perfect. It just fits right in spot. It's a little bit taller than the brick bank and a little bit shorter than the town hall. But what I like about the way it's placed, and I didn't even think of this to tell you the truth, the brick bank has the same exterior finish as the Sanctum Sanctorum. So I'm a pretty big fan of that. I might try moving it around a bit with some other modular buildings. So for example, if I put the Palace Cinema where the brick bank is, it would match the color. So then you'd have 3 buildings with very similar color on the same road. So that might work as well. But there's the Sanctum Sanctorum in its place here in the LEGO City. So now when walking this way through the LEGO City, we have the Avengers Tower, the Ghostbusters HQ, and then right in behind that, the Sanctum Sanctorum. So sort of like the comic book, pop culture stuff, sort of all grouped together here in the LEGO City. So I really do like the look of that. Let me know what you guys think by commenting below here on this video. And if you have any questions about modularizing the Sanctum Sanctorum, you can make sure you let me know by commenting below as well. Once again, guys, I do appreciate the view. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more great stuff coming up here on my YouTube channel. Bye for now.